Westward expansion, the Mormons, a religious journey. The Louisiana Purchase had opened up new lands to many settlers. This land offered land to spread out on and start new. Americans began to want more. In the 1840s, people began to believe in the idea of manifest destiny. Manifest destiny was the idea that it was the right and responsibility of the United States to control all of the land in North America west to the Pacific Ocean. New areas such as Oregon, Texas, and the Mexican Cession were acquired by the United States. This new land opened up opportunities for groups of people to move out west. One of those groups was the Mormons. Mormons belonged to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The church was founded by New York farmer Joseph Smith in 1830. Many non-Mormons were angered by the religion's teachings. Mormons believed that property should not be owned by an individual, but by a community. In many cases, Mormons used church funds to buy large areas of land. This practice worried many people that the Mormon way of life would take over their community. Mormons also believed in polygamy. Polygamy is the idea that a man could have more than one wife if he could financially support more than one wife. Many people spoke out against the Mormons and persecuted them because of their beliefs. Under Joseph Smith, the Mormons moved to Ohio and eventually to Illinois. Each time they moved, the violence not only continued but got worse. In 1844, Joseph Smith was assassinated. Brigham Young would assume his role as leader of the Mormon faith. Young realized the Mormons needed a safe place to practice their faith. This is very similar to what drove the Pilgrims and Puritans out of England. The English church had government persecuted them for their beliefs. Feeling there was no way out, the Pilgrims and Puritans took the risk to sail across the Atlantic Ocean and settle in what would become Massachusetts. It worked out well as the Pilgrims created one of the first examples of self-government in the English colonies, the Mayflower Compact. The Puritans established a direct democracy with all male church members participating in town meetings. The Mormons took their own adventure west. Brigham Young had read about a great valley between the Rocky Mountains and the Great Salt Lake, in land that would be soon be known as Utah. In 1847, he led a party of followers to the Great Salt Lake Valley, and later, almost 15,000 Mormons would join him. They had found their refuge, a safe place away from persecution. They had found their utopia, just like the Pilgrims and Puritans did. The journey to Utah was not easy. It took wagon trains several months to cross the Great Plains of the Louisiana Purchase. They ran short of water, supplies, and resources. Their wagons would break, and there was the constant threat of Indian attack. In Utah, the Mormons had to learn how to survive in the desert climate. Young planned an irrigation system for crops, and the city of Salt Lake began developing. The Mormons were not without fault, though. Like other white settlers, much of the land they had acquired was American Indian land that they did not pay for. The Mormons had found religious freedom. Violence and persecution would still follow them, but they were able to establish a settlement that allowed their religion to be practiced freely, and it became an important trading location in the American West. Utah would eventually become a state in 1896.